Hey, welcome back, martial arts legends. Welcome to TKD Performance Tips. Mr. Kman here to give you little tips to help you get better in your martial art. And today I'm doing side kicks, sparring side kicks. And you probably think, geez, you're doing them slow. Why? Well, for those of my age, you probably think I'm the $6 million man doing them in slow motion. I heard or saw or read this fantastic quote the other day about the samurai, little samurai quotes. Always good to get motivated by good little deep thinking quotes, and it said if you can't do it slow, then you can't do it fast. If you can't control it slow, then you can't control it fast. And that's a very good point. In your techniques, no matter what the technique, it's always great to be able to do it slowly, be able to control it slowly, because if you can control it slowly, you can control it when you execute the technique quickly. And if you control it, that means you can change it, you can adapt it, and you can adjust it in a fight scene, in a pattern, whatever it might be. So if you're doing side kick, and I covered this beforehand when you're doing patterns. Sometimes when you're doing a pattern and you're practicing a pattern side kick, sometimes it's good to do it slow. And that helps you develop the muscular control so you can do it fast. Well, the same applies when you're looking at your sparring techniques. A lot of people don't apply this to sparring. But you get a double benefit. A, it gets you better at your sparring techniques, but also there's some crossover with the control you learn from doing your sparring techniques with control into your patterns or your cards or your forms. So if I'm doing a front-legged side kick, for example, and that's what I'm working on today, controlling that front-legged side kick. So here's a couple tips. Number one, do it really slow, but do it slow in the format of the sparring. A lot of people, when they do a sparring side kick, they will do it and they will lean back. So their body weight will go backwards, like the seesaw technique. It means your weight goes back, therefore your power goes back and your reach goes back. But when you're doing a sparring side kick, you want your weight to go forward into the target, so your weight can generate power for the technique. So what I want you to do is to try to do it with control and slow in the right form as you would do in a proper sparring front side kick. So it takes a while to get that balance, but you don't get balance by counterbalance. You get balance by controlling your core or your central axial system, or your skeletal system, and try to use your muscles to control and get you in the right position. So rather than doing a side kick slowly off the front foot here and leaning back, means I've got no power and I don't have a lot of control. What I'm going to get you to do is, first of all, the front leg, or the back leg, my apologies, is facing 75 degrees back. The more to the front you can get it, the better. That way you can adapt follow-up techniques better. And what I do is I like do a side crunch, and I put my hand up here as a guide. I also check where my eye level is. So my eye level shouldn't change, because if I lean back, my eye level will go backwards. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay as upright as possible, side crunch myself in here, and really do it slowly in control. So from here, what I'll do is from here I just lift up slowly. Now look at the height. My belt is about here. So if I can go from the middle to the 6, then that's actually around the middle section for a side kick, when I'm hitting the hip or hitting the lower part of the ribs. So from here, what I do is I just come up and I go nice and slow, and I keep my body weight up, and I position the eyes and don't move. And I bring it back and down. And I just do a slow set. And notice I'm trying to get my body weight going that way, because that's where my target is. If I'm going to do a side kick with power, my weight will go that way. It wouldn't go this way. So do it slowly. It takes a while, because you find that it's very hard to get your body weight, trying to get your center of gravity in front of your bottom foot, but holding your body upright by lifting it upright using the muscles around your core. So from here, what I do is I go slowly up and out. Really slow, up. And I've got control when I can stop the movement at any point during the technique. So I can come up, out. I can control it all the way. Which means at any time I can always change the technique into another technique, like a turning kick. For example, if I'm doing it quickly, I'll have control. My body's nice and upright, my eyes are up there. But I can also delay it, because I've got control. I can change it into a turning kick. So you can come up into a turning kick, or I can double it, because I've got control. But the best way to get control of a fast technique is to get control doing it slowly. And when you can control it doing slowly, then you can definitely control it when you're doing it fast. The added benefit is that that will carry on over into your other patterns, where you can do your patterns, kicks in a controlled way. So there's a double benefit. So look at your techniques and do them slowly, and that's going to train the right muscles, the stabilizing muscles, for that technique in a very controlled manner. That way I can always do it fast with control, which means I can adapt it, I can slow it down, or I can change it. So do it slow greatly, so I can do it fast greatly. So we'll see you in the next TKD performance tips with more control over your front side kick. And you apply that to all of your kicks, whether it be back kicks, side kicks, even front kicks. Good muscle conditioning for great martial artists, which I'm sure you want to become. See you in the next TKT tips. Ta-ta!